We spoke about spyware the last time. It is software that tries to monitor and track the way you use your computer. Now, signs that a computer could be infected by spyware well, obviously anti-spyware software can report that to you. Now, if there's internet activity but it was not initiated by the user, then you may have spyware that is trying to connect to the internet to send personal information across. Changes are made to the internet settings. If you have that and you did not do it, the user didn't do it, there's a chance that you have spyware. Spyware also slows down your computer. If you are redirected to different web pages when you're trying to go to a specific web page, that could be spyware. And when you when you see many pop-up windows that appear, that could also be spyware. Now, next malicious software or malware is adware. Ad standing for adverts. So adware is software that downloads and bombards you with adverts that pop up whenever you are connected to the internet. Now, you can block pop-ups, but when you are bombarded by pop-ups are natural. You can get them at websites, but when you are bombarded by these adverts, then you may have adware in your computer. Right. Next one is spam. Spam is an email being sent to you in the form of advertising and products that you do not request. So spam is electronic junk mail. Now, some of you would have been receiving junk mail, or your parents receive junk mail at home. When you have when people advertise for products that you didn't request. Now, spam is electronic junk mail. This is possible if you are entering your email address at different websites when they are request for your email address. So be guarded whenever you give out your email address. So it says here tips to prevent spam is many service providers can filter out spam. Service provider is a company that provides your internet. So they have facilities to filter out spam. Next, you need to be careful of where you give your personal details and email address to. You need to investigate the capabilities of your email program itself. And you can install anti-spamware. You get hoaxes and scams. Now, some of you have been reading this in WhatsApp. Okay, so you can get that through email as well. And in it, an internet hoax is an email, message, or article intended to deceive or defraud others. So basically, it's something that is not true. It's a hoax. And when it comes to scam, is when they are trying to get something off you or from you, like on the internet when you get an email and they say you have won a competition. You probably received this on WhatsApp and SMSs. You must be careful of hoaxes and scams where you're bluffed into providing information. Now, how to protect yourself? Never accept information at face value. So you need to check from where the information is coming before you accept any information. That's point 2, checking the source. Next, hoax is often the basis of an urban legend, which means it's not true, it's just based on an urban legend. You delete it and do not forward it. So same thing applies with WhatsApp. If you receive a hoax, instead of forwarding it, you need to delete it. Virus hoaxes encourage you to delete files that may actually be crucial to your computer. So be careful. You may have a hoax that's given to you that tells you to delete files. You must be guarded about deleting files because you can damage important files that's required for your computer to run. Now let's look at phishing. Phishing refers to attempts from people to con the user into giving out personal and confidential details such as PIN numbers, passwords, by posing as a legitimate organization. To give you an example, this often happens through email. You can receive an email from what seems to be the bank, for example, Standard Bank, and it requests your PIN number, or it may request passwords from you. You must be very guarded when you receive emails requesting personal information. This could be a phishing attempt trying to get your details so they can access your account. So phishing generally happens by email, where someone poses to be a legitimate organization like a bank and requests your personal information. Now, how do you protect yourself from phishing? Do not respond to such requests from email. Banks never send you an email requesting a PIN or password. When you need to access a banking website or any online transaction website, you need to type in the URL. URL, as in this case, explains www.5.encrypt.standard bank. You need to type in the actual URL of the bank website, so you end up going directly to the bank. Avoid clicking links. And remember, a secure site will have an HTTPS on it. It will be an S. So if you're making any online payments, you need to look for a lock and an S to say that the site is secure, so your information is secure. The next concept we're looking at is farming. Now farming, farming, the user's computer is infiltrated so that they're automatically redirected to a fake website. Now in phishing, you click on a link to a fake website, but in farming, when you type your URL, like www.verumsecondary.co.za, when you type a URL, you're automatically taken to another website. And that incorrect website could be a site that wants to obtain your personal information. So farming takes you to a fake website, although you do type in the correct website. Now, how do you prevent farming? You must make sure you have updated anti-spyware software. Many sites requiring secure information are now created so browsers will warn you if you redirected to another website. So when you type in the normal website, you go in, and if you are being redirected, you normally get a warning. You need to pay attention to these warnings. And you need to ensure the site you're accessing is secure. If you're doing online transactions, like banking or payments, shopping online, you need to make sure it's a secure site. A secure URL, as an example, as HTTPS. Then you can provide your personal information, and there's a lock. The lock is on the right hand side, or the lock may be on the left hand side of the top. And the last point on email concept, email spoofing. Email spoofing is the changing of an email header so that the origin of the email appears to be from a different source. Now remember with phishing, I told you that you have received an email that for example appears to come from the bank, but it's not from the bank. Now that email you're receiving is actually a spoofed email because the header has been changed to seem to come from the bank. So spoofing is changing the email header. Remember these terms like phishing, spoofing, farming, they all work together in many cases. They all work together. So you get a spoofed email which will attempt to phish information from you. So they have a spoof email is used in spam as well, where you get junk mail and phishing emails to disguise the origin of the email.